Hello, thanks for tuning in. This is D100 Superfan back here with another video. In this video, I'd like to take a closer look at different room types and how searching works in this game and how it can benefit the adventurous, ambitious, and skillful adventurer. As we take a closer look at the searching mechanic, we will also be diving deeper into the find table, table F. In D100 Dungeon, when an adventurer generates a new room, the type of room generated determines the type of action that will occur in that room. A yellow room is essentially a hallway. There's no encounter there, though you may run into doors. A red room indicates that you will have a combat encounter by rolling on table E and dealing with the monster or creature rolled in a combat encounter. If a green room is generated, then that means a geographic room has been encountered. You will find yourself tested in various ways. You may even come across a few rewards if you are able and skillful enough to meet the challenges. Geographic rooms are also unique in that they may challenge the adventurer in such a way that it alters the course of their path through the dungeon. When presented with an impassable obstacle or impossible odds, the adventurer may choose or be forced to choose to turn around, backtrack, and try a different path. Rolling very low on the geographic table, you are presented with a variety of traps. All the classics are here: poisonous gas trap, snake pit trap, spiked pit trap, spear trap, all the all-time greats. These are often able to be mitigated or avoided completely by a successful dexterity roll, often with bonuses applied from the traps, lucky, and aware skills. And yes, rewards were mentioned and they are available to the savvy and skillful adventurer through the geographic table. You will be surprised how many entries in the geographic table are locked and trapped chests. These chests contain rewards from various tables, including the armor table, weapon table, and treasure tables. Treasure tables A, B, and C have corresponding chests. And generally speaking, the more difficult it is to unlock the chest, the more valuable the reward is. Rogues rejoice, as you will find that many of the geographic encounters that include traps and chests are dexterity-based tests. So skillful rogues will find a lot of success here. They will find the treasures they need, which is often objective items to complete quests, as well as riches to sell back in town. And let's not forget the experience gained from succeeding where others would not have even made the attempt. That is one of the keys to success in D100 Dungeon and a great way to get your skills up. Look forward to being challenged, and you would be surprised how often that challenge creates new growth opportunity and eventual increased mastery of skill. All that from a green room? Yes, geographic rooms are awesome. Moving on, let's talk about blue rooms. Initially, blue rooms, unless indicated by your particular quest, blue rooms are empty, with the exception that when searching a blue room, you do get a +20 modifier to the search result, which you will look up on table F, the find table. So searching a blue room gives you a +20 to a roll on the F table, the find table. Blue rooms are generated by rolling very high on the mapping table when generating a room. Entries 91 through 100 are blue objective rooms. Let's take a quick look at a few quests where blue objective rooms are important to the quest. Entry 3738 on table Q, the quest table, is a personal favorite of mine, Dungeon Delve. In this quest, the adventurer is tasked with finding a stairwell down to a lower level of the dungeon and mapping a few areas there. This can be accomplished by finding the stairwells in the geographic table, or when you find the first blue objective area, then a stairwell will be generated there. And from there, you may head down and map the lower level to complete the quest. Taking another look at Table Q, the quest table, we can see entry 4950, the entry for the quest, the Spider Queen. In this quest, when the first objective area is found, when the first blue room is generated, then that is the Spider Queen's lair, and the adventurer must slay a monster 66 from Table E, the encounter table. Taking a look at the entry for the Spider Queen on the encounter table, entry 66, we can see the Spider Queen is a formidable foe with 40 attack value, 3 defense, plus 2 damage, and typically 14 hit points. This Spider Queen, special for the quest found in her blue objective room lair, has an additional 10 hit points on top of its already formidable 14, meaning this Spider Queen has a total of 24 hit points. Wow. Before moving on to another part of the dungeon or generating another room, an adventurer may wish to search the current room for more treasure. A room may be searched once per game, and each room type imparts a bonus to the search result, found on Table F, the Find table. Searching a yellow room imparts a +0 bonus to the search result. Searching a red encounter room imparts a +10 bonus. Searching a green geographic room imparts a +5 bonus. And as mentioned, searching a blue objective room imparts a +20 bonus. You will find yourself searching red rooms often, as that +10 bonus is very tempting and can help you get past the worst of the traps at the bottom of the find table. Searching is not always without cost. Rolling too low and you may encounter a trap or another encounter with a monster. Time is also a factor, for you see, often when you roll a search and roll F on the find table, often along with the rewards or encounters that you roll on the table, you also take a time penalty. Sometimes it's as much as +2 time, and sometimes it's as much as +0 time, which is great when that happens. Some of the best rewards on the find table, some of your best searches will give you a +0 time penalty. That is awesome. The least desirable ones take time, and the worst of those take time and either poison you, get you sick with disease, you encounter a monster, things like that. Traps, oh my goodness, they're out there. So be aware of that. Time is a factor, and you will find over an extended dungeon delve that your supplies, as far as lantern oil, food, and yes, even lockpicks, your supplies will be strained the further the time goes on. The longer the time goes, the more supplies you're using, the more random wandering monster encounters you're having to deal with, your health's getting low, your lantern's getting dim, things are looking grim. Mind the time as you do your searches. But don't let that stop you from searching. The rewards are great, and let's talk about those now. Rolling very high on the F table, the find table, the adventurer is presented with many and great rewards. Everything from armor, spells, and treasures are available and can be found on the high rolls of the find table. An interesting entry in the F table is entry 7680, the secret tunnel. When an adventurer finds a secret tunnel, he's able to basically map his way through one of the solid wall sections of the current area into a new area of the dungeon, potentially opening up new avenues of exploration. It should be noted that at the very high end of the find table, entries 86 through 100 are rolls on the treasure table. The first entry, 8690, is a roll on the treasure A table. Nothing tricky there. But it should be noted that entries 9195 and 96 100 are respectively rolls on treasure B and treasure C. These rolls are modified with a -15 modifier, and what that means is though you will be rolling on the treasure B and treasure C tables, should you roll this high on the find table, you will not be able to roll to the absolute maximum on those tables where the legendary equipment and better items lie. So it should be noted that you probably will not be finding legendary equipment on the treasure B and C rolls that are available on the find table. That's the bad news about the treasure rolls that can be found on table F. The good news is, of course, you can mitigate that -15 modifier with a potion of lesser fate, giving you a +20 for a combined bonus of +5 on that treasure roll. Getting more specific, let's take a look at the high end of the treasure B table. Here we can see the awesome legendary equipments available, but you'll notice that the -15 modifier will also lock you out of the stat increasing, the primary characteristic increasing elixirs. Though even with the -15 bonus to the treasure B table, you will still be eligible to roll for objective items, the improved potions and brews that can be found on the treasure B table, as well as the greater equipment and armors. Those are still able to be rolled regardless of the -15 modifier. And all of that is a very long-winded way of saying that your treasure B and treasure C rolls that you find through the F table will not be as grand as if you had found those treasure rolls otherwise. I don't know why I just didn't say that, but there you have it. I apologize.